Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Amanda Bucklish-Chuck, and I'm really super excited to be able to host this vision board session with you to really teach and understand and help you feel that vision boards are created with passion and power. And the most incredible vision boards are the ones that are real to you, that you have worked on the limiting beliefs that hold you back from creating that vision board of power. And it's really kind of awesome that we're going to be able to have the opportunity to work with you ladies and to really ask me questions and to work through how that works. I am a law of attractions life coach, and it's not just about all being positive, but it's really about aligning your beliefs and values in a positive perception and direction. And by doing that, we need to work on those limiting beliefs that we have holding on inside of us. You know, it's kind of like the analogy, if your gas tank is empty on your car, by putting a smiley face sticker on it, is that going to fix it?
No, it's still empty.
Yeah, it's still empty. And so if you don't believe that these visions and dreams and things that you're putting on your vision board are going to come true, by putting a pretty picture on a board, is it going to work?
No.
No, you have to fuel it from the inside out. And by fueling it, you need to attach yourself and be deliberate with your thoughts, beliefs, and values. And we need to discover those limiting beliefs and find out why you are thinking those things. We're always thinking, we're always creating. If you think of yourself with this like attraction bubble around you, we're vibrational beings. It is scientifically proven. I'm now just not saying wishy-washy. It is scientifically proven. Don't believe me? Go look it up. We have this vibrational circle around us. I call it a vibration bubble, a vibe bubble, if you call it, my kids call it. And we're always bringing things into this bubble. We're thinking, whether it be deliberate or whether it be unintentionally. Our thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and emotions are created from what we've learned from the time before we were even born. Things we've heard from our parents, our teachers, our family, our friends, people of high influence in our lives, TV shows, media. We get fed all this information all the time. Now, when we're stressed, we're tired, we're exhausted, we're chasing kids, we're working 2 jobs, we're trying to make ends meet around our family, we're running on that autopilot. We're running on other people's beliefs and values. We're creating into our attraction bubble now with other people's limiting beliefs. So now you've just given up control of your future. And you're allowing other people's thoughts and beliefs to decide where you're going to end up for the rest of your life. Now, does that sound like a really good idea?
No.
Right?
Not unless they're going in the direction I want to go in.
Right. And so it's learning to be aware of what we got going on up here. Our brain's job is to keep us safe. But its idea of keeping us safe is what we've heard. It runs off what it's heard from other people. So unless we stop and we intentionally reprogram it to tell it what keeps us safe, what's best interest for us, we then aren't creating for ourselves. So today, when you're creating your vision board and you're really intentionally looking at what you want to bring into your life, if you find this really fantastic rock star picture, that's a really great picture. But when you look at it, you feel that, that pit in your stomach, like, I could never have that. That's too fancy to be my dream. You know, that's only for rich people. I have a question for you. Are rich people, if you refer to them this way, people who are financially abundant, I like to say, are they born with a different genetic makeup than we are?
I don't think so.
No, they're just regular, ordinary, everyday people that have just done something extraordinary with their lives.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So then what makes them different than you and I? What makes them living in the big fancy houses, riding on yachts, sitting in Hawaii right now while we freeze our butts off in snow. What makes that different than us?
Their
Right?
vibe. It's their vibes.
Their
What they're-
vibe, yeah, their vibes, what they've decided they're worth. They know that they're enough and they're deserving of the abundance of money flowing into their lives. Money is just vibration. Money is a tool that we have, that we're allowed to use to allow us to create this incredible life on earth. Now, we grow up with all these beliefs about people that have a lot of financial abundance. Can you think of any that you were grown up raised with? What have you heard about rich people?
that they're snobby, that they've abused people to get where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have any, Viviana?
It is that they are like ordinary people than us, but they have different thing of mind. They think big. They want the dreams come true.
Yeah,
And they for that.
right? Just happens. Do you ever I have heard from family members growing up, it's like, well, they're so snobby, money just follows them around like a magnet. And I was like, I want that magnet, right? Like, sign me up with one of those. But we hear all these things about it. So then when we think of making more money, our brain goes, well, but we heard that rich people are rude, or rich people are. Okay, I have a question then. Do you know any middle class or poor people that are rude?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
So what does it have to do with money?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
It's just whatever's happened in people's lives that they choose to hang on to.
Right? And so then goes to say that there is some rich people are rude, but then there's some poor people and some middle class people that are rude all the same. So to depict someone's personality by the amount of abundance that comes into their lives really isn't a truthful statement.
Right.
And so we can then kibosh that whole concept. And then, do you know any rich people that are kind, caring, giving, loving, that would love to share their abundance with others? They're the reason that charities are formed and that people are served in so many different ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so do you think then you would be any less of the most incredible person if you had financial abundance?
No.
No. Wouldn't it not just be able to allow you to share that abundance with more people?
Yeah. What I've learned in Primerica is money makes good people better, bad people worse.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's truth. But you got to believe that from the inside out, and you have to reprogram your brain to know those things. And so Tony Robbins is really cool for that. He has a lot of really amazing YouTube videos and those kinds of things about, rethinking and reprogramming. And one of the things he suggests is kind of almost making fun of those beliefs in a way of ridiculing them a little bit, like the concept of money doesn't grow on trees. He said, yes, that is correct. So when that thought comes into your head, you can say, yeah, you know what? You're right. It doesn't grow on trees, but it grows from the results of my efforts every day that I put into growing my business.
Good idea.
And so when those negative thoughts come into your head, don't pretend they don't exist. So acknowledge them, but then
Your mom already had it.
help your brain to reshift that there is actual safety in money, and not having money is not safe. It's scary. And we have to teach our brains that abundance is an amazing place to be. To be abundant is a very safe place to be. And it's a beautiful place. Like, again, who wouldn't want to be in Hawaii right now, or on a really nice cruise, or
Primerica people are in Hawaii right now, so yes, I agree. Or they're going shortly. They're going in February. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we really just need to look on that. So I want you to be really intentional about that when you're creating your vision board. A vision board, do you know what intentions are? Like goals?
Yeah.
Viviana, do you?
Yes. In my Bible study group, we always, for this season, always starting the first month of the year, we create vision board. It's your dreams about yourself, your professional career, your family, in whatever you want to get all this year, you put it in there. When you finish, you just place it in your room or wherever you can see every day your dreams or what do you want to always keep in mind and work hard for.
Right.
Get it.
And that's similar to what you're doing today then. Very similar. And I love how it's balanced. You have the family, you have career, you have your personal self. What do you hope for yourself? That is all very, very balanced, right? So that's something to keep in mind when you're creating your vision board, to make sure that
We're still here?
yeah, I'm just looking at
Looking at something on your stuff?
Yeah, why it says it's going to end in 10 minutes for my free version. Sorry, when I have a paid version.
Uh-oh.
That's really funny. Anyway.
Do you want me to shut my other computer off?
I don't think that has anything to do with it. I pay for this every month, so I'm really not sure why it's
trial
telling
version.
me it's going to do that. So if it cuts us off in 10 minutes, then just go back onto it again. Just click on it again. I'm really not sure why it's doing that. But anyway.
Okay.
And I promise I did pay it.
Oh. Not my issue. It's
right?
okay.
I was like, I just saw the confirmation of payment. Anyway, it's all good. So really just as you balance. So what I'm talking about with intention, so similar to what you would put that on paper, right? What's your intentions? What are your goals for your business? What are your goals for your life? A vision board is just almost like a picture version of that. So when you look at it, you can remind yourself of those intentions. You can feel it. You can see it. We're very physical people. And so I like to say we're spiritual beings on a physical journey. And we're very physical here in this time and space where we are in this part of our path. And so when you create a vision board, that just helps you to visualize what it is that you're creating and intensify that. Feel the emotions, smell what it would smell like, taste what that food would taste like, feel what it would feel like to walk on the beaches of Hawaii, since we were talking about Hawaii, and really allow yourself to feel those things.
I have sand in the garage.
Nice.
So we can put sand down, we can feel that we're in Hawaii.
Right? Exactly. And that's not just so that you don't slip on the ice outside.
Oh, I get salt for that. No.
I have a friend. She always she's going to Hawaii. She's in Hawaii. Always take a little bit sand from the place that she wants to return in some time. Because she say, if I take a little bit sand from that place, is for sure I will come back. She had like 10 different receipts with sand, different sands. She was in Egypt and she planned to come back at that place. It's kind of, yeah. Interesting thing.
Yeah.
That is interesting. But it's such a great idea. Yeah. You know, did it work? Did she go back?
Yes.
Yeah.
She said to different places. She was in the second trip, like with different people, and it's good.
Nice. But that's awesome. And that's exactly, if we can feel it, we're aligning ourselves with the magnetic field to bring that back into our lives. We're going on a bigger level than just what we can see right here, right now in our lives. And so vision boards are just to allow us to get in that place, to be able to take us so much further, to remind us daily, every minute, as often as you can, of what you're creating, what you're bringing into your world. Why are you working so hard? Or why are you making phone calls? Or why are you talking to people? What's the purpose of that? And it's then to remind your brain that there's purpose in what you're doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So as you create your vision board today, really be intentional about what you're putting on that vision board. Make sure you feel it. Look at the picture and be like, can I see myself in this picture? Can I see myself bringing this into my life? Does it feel truthful? Or does it feel like it's for somebody else? And if it does, then you just need to create different verbiage around it. You can say things like, I'm in the process of creating whatever it is you want to create. Let's go trip to Hawaii. Apparently we're all going there. So I'm in the process of creating this trip to Hawaii. Because there's other people in Hawaii, isn't there right now?
Yeah.
So it's possible for people to go to Hawaii. So then you could say, or you could change the words to, it's possible to go to Hawaii. And that just assists you in making that more believable for you. It's possible to make $150,000, $200,000 a year. It's possible to make $1 million a year. Somebody's doing it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we talked about earlier, what makes them different than you?
Nothing.
No.
Yeah. Intentions. I was going to ask you a question about that. Why is it, and this is the same question that Fern asked you, because it just struck me this morning that my dad was always like that. He had a vision and nobody took him off his vision, like ever. Nobody ever took him off his vision. And he just was vision focused about what he wanted, where he wanted to go, how he wanted to do it. And he just did whatever it took. Like if he needed more cash on the farm, he went to work on the rigs. He always had commercial fishing as the second one, trapping, farming, but the farm and acquiring land was always his goal. And he succeeded in that.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody ever took him off his vision. So like Fern said, where is it that people like Arlie and my dad just have this and nobody takes them off their vision? No matter what goes on around them, they do not lose their vision.
What if I said he believed he was worth it?
Yeah, that's probably where it came from.
He had a passion, he had a vision so strong, he could taste it and feel it and see it. Where I see that same vision and passion in Arlie. He's, without a shadow of a doubt, can tell you this is the best business in the world. Without a shadow of a doubt, it doesn't even, he's concrete in that. And so it comes, what if I told you it comes from within? And when it comes from within, can anybody touch that?
No.
Does that help?
Yep. Yeah.
Because like you just said, in the vision, he was concrete in that. He knew without a shadow of a doubt the money would come one way or the other. He had the tools and the capability to bring it in some way. And he did what it took.
Yeah.
Arlie, did he not do what it took to make this business fly?
Yeah. See, and it was the same thing with my dad, that building a family farm was his dream. And it didn't occur through us kids, like his direct kids, but it's occurring through my brother and his 3 boys. They're all into the farm. They're all into the family business. So my dad's dream is coming alive through all of them. And it's pretty powerful to watch and to see.
Mm-hmm. They have it within them. It's like it's in their blood.
Mm-hmm.
You are so passionate about it. It's in your blood. And when you get to that place that you're planting your flag here and it is flowing through every cell and vibration in your body, you are unstoppable. The only person that can stop you is you.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to take risk, because sometimes you can have the dream, you can have the money, but sometimes it's too expensive, or it's too risky, or
What is a risk?
sometimes people don't get investment or something like that because it's too risky, or don't get, for example, my father, he always loved travel, but he say, I don't take any ship travel.
This works.
Okay.
You're back.
So you were telling me about risk, and your father doesn't like risk in taking ships. Is that what you're saying?
He loved the beach, he loved islands and everything, but he never take cruisers because it's something happened there. Is I get sick, is supposed to be, I have a heart attack there. What is the plan to get out, to get the hospital, or whatever that is? He always is kind of paranoid.
Paranoid, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then going back to my original question is, what do you think risk is? What do you
Risk is like it's like chance. Sometimes it is easy to take, sometimes it's dangerous, but I think so if you don't have a little bit of danger in, it's not danger. ¿Cómo se dice?
She's like dangerous, Val. She's like, oh, we're gonna do this.
I love like that kind of sports, like
it's like a challenge. Sometimes
challenge.
Challenging.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the aquatic sports. ¿Cómo se dice esas motos acuáticas, Kevin? Morbo. ¿Ah? No.
Sea-doos?
It's like a sky on the water, ski water, something like that.
Oh, skiing?
Yes.
Skiing on the water?
Yeah.
Water skiing?
Yeah. That. Yeah. Or sometimes it's like parachutes. They are like in a boat. You are there. After that, you jump or something like that. I love it. But
what's that? That's not parachuting. What is that?
Paraskiing, parasailing, or whatever.
Parasailing. Yep.
I love it. But since I guess my son, my father say, you can't do that because it's too risky for you.
Okay, so that's perfect. So let's go with this, because then what's your brain telling you? What's his brain telling him? I don't know anybody that went parasailing. I don't know what the outcome's going to be. It could be dangerous and risky. You could get hurt, and your brain's job, remember we talked about this, is to keep you safe. So it's going to draw on stories, news, other people talking, or you're just unknowing. The ground is safe. Yeah. And anything other than that is scary. So you're with your belief of listening to your father in that and not doing that because you're passionate about it. You're living in his limiting beliefs.
Yeah. And he always is so, everything in his life was so safety. The investments, the travels, the life always is keep everything safe. If you try to avoid the safe way, he say, no, you can't.
Right? And so this is what we get stuck in when we're building our businesses, hun, when we're growing our businesses, when we're wanting to take it to the next level. People are like, oh, I can't make that phone call. I can't talk to that person. I don't know if it's safe. I don't know what the outcome's going to be. And we let ourselves hold ourselves back. And we don't take the next step or go further and to allow ourselves to experience the abundant success because our brain says success might not be safe. And it's when you start teaching yourself that success is safe, then you will allow yourself to go beyond. And success lies just on the other side of those limiting beliefs. You bust through those and it's amazing. It's like flying in the air behind that motorboat, and you know that's exactly where you want to be. Look at that smile. Look at it. She's like, I know, I can feel it.
I'll be in the boat. She can do that. I'll be the spotter.
Right? And so it's to follow your beliefs. It's to go with what makes you happy and to trust yourself. And that's going to be the same with clients. It's going to be the same with everything, but it's learning to be deliberate about what you want now and standing in your power. Would you hold your son back from doing that one day?
No, never.
You'd be sitting in the boat like, yeah, let's go. Let's do this together.
You know, I always think that thing just for me, but when he trying to do something like that, I say, no, you can't. No, I don't want to see you. Because supposed to be at the pool, he always take the higher diving board, and I always say, I don't want to see you. No. And he said, it's not too much, mommy. But at the same time, I think I did something very risky, and my father said the same thing. Maybe it's the protection instincts for our children, or something like that.
So we create and live in, like I was saying to you earlier, other people's limiting beliefs from our parents, teachers, people of influence in our lives. We take those on because that's all we've ever heard. Right? And when you were his age, you're like, oh, would you just stop saying that to me? Like, stop trying to keep me in a bubble. I've meant to be free. I'm meant to do things and experience things and to take in all life has to offer for me. And you get that opportunity. And then why does that stop when you hit a certain age? Why shouldn't we take life in and enjoy the opportunity and to run with what makes us feel good? If you can see it, you can feel it, you can taste it, man, you can achieve it.
You know what I need Viviana to do is go on the diving board with Kevin and jump off.
Yeah. He does. Because that would change her brain, because your brain's saying that's not safe. He jumps, he goes in the water, he comes out of the water and goes. But that would be one way to snap your brain out of it, because once you've done it, then you know that there's nothing to it.
But I'm not going to join them.
So Viviana, you need to say, Val, I'll jump if you jump with me.
No.
And then your son, Viviana, can take a photo and video and send it to me. But Val, that's the same thing to take your business to the next level. It is to break through that safety net. It is to say, I can do it anyways, and I'm going to be fine. It's safe to be abundant. It's safe to have the money coming through you. And it's to break through those limiting beliefs and reprogram your mind. They call it the crazy eight, right? You've ever heard of, listen, Tony, I would call it crazy eight. Break that crazy eight cycle. Bust through that with those limiting beliefs, and your life can become unlimited, and it will be what you choose it to be. So when you create your dream board, your brain's going to be like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And you can be like, oh, I really want to do this. And you can create a scenario in your head that allows it to feel safe and remind it that it's okay. You are not your parents. You are not your teachers. You are not the people of influence. You are you. And you are powerful beyond measure. I always like to tell my clients, you're a spiritual being, you're amazing. You're this all-time creator, but you have superpowers. And these superpowers are you can create whatever you really allow yourself to focus on and tell yourself that it's okay, and you allow yourself to have it. So do you have any questions? Do you have any, we can talk about different things that might hold you back from creating a vision board that is so powerful to you. Or you can ask me more law of attraction questions. Kiver.
I think so is clear. You say about we create like a magnetic field. Is that magnetic field is created with the passion that we put in that belief or in that dream that we can get, no?
So in that attraction bubble that I talked about you have, you can think of it like a magnetic field. And everything that you think about has a vibration to it. So thoughts become things. So what you're thinking all the time is creating your tomorrow, your next day, your next day, and your next day. So if what you choose to think about creates your life. So if you're not aware of what you're thinking, and it's really fun, take a week and keep a notepad near you and start listening to yourself think. Be very forgiving and just listen to your thoughts. And when you go to do something, listen to what your brain says, because it's really interesting chatter that goes on upstairs. And you can see with some of the things that you think, you're like, why would I think that? That's not my truth. But we're running on other people's thoughts. So now then it's to learn for you, Viviana, to be intentional. Reprogram that main computer system that you have. And find out why. Ask your questions, self-questions, why? Like, why would I think that? Maybe you didn't even know that you were thinking those things.
And what it becomes, what I've found out, it becomes, you are now aware of what you are creating, even though nobody's ever told you that, hey, you're creating that, or they never told you in a way that you could sit down and actually examine yourself as to why this is happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Huge. You're not, like I said, you're creating unintentionally. It's not that I deliberately wanted to create disease and illness in my life. It's not that I at one time we had, for financially, we were so in such a scary place, we had to go use the food bank to even feed ourselves and our kids. It's not that I intentionally did that. But it wasn't until I started paying attention to what was going on upstairs and realized and learned that the thoughts we were thinking where like our parents had been always telling us money doesn't grow on trees. You gotta, money, it doesn't come in, and you're spending too much money on the kids' sports, and it's gonna, affect your life, and all those things that they said all the time that one half of me didn't want to believe, because I like that rebellious side in you, Viviana, right? Like, it's like, I can do this my way, but then their thought chatter was still going on upstairs. So I had to create new intentions, new thoughts, and reprogram my thinking. I am worth having a lot of financial abundance. I am worth, and I am enough to enjoy that financial abundance. I needed to bring new thoughts and new things into my bubble. And that's where we need to get ourselves to, is to allow those things into your bubble. I'm worthy. I have stickers all over my house that says, I am enough. And I love it because when I was writing them on sticky notes, I don't know if I can reach one. My daughter says to me, see, I have them on sticky notes. It says, I am enough. I am enough. And I have them everywhere. And my daughter, she's 6. She says, Mommy, you're writing the same words over and over again. I need to create you new ones. You need some different ones. And I was like, oh, really? Sorry, you get a close up for a second. What do I need on my wall? She's in grade 1, so she's learning how to spell. And she's like, you need love. And so she's created love stickies wherever I have I am enough stickies, so that we have a variety of sayings in the house. But I have like other ones that say, I have chosen to do this. Right? I have chosen to do this. So that when something comes up in my life, and whether I like it or I don't like it, I give myself credit, or I rechange my thinking, because I know that I have created it. I know that it was my choice to bring this into my life. And so as much as we love our parents, I look at where my parents are and my husband's parents are right now. And at their age, that is not where I desire to be. That is not the lifestyle I choose to live. So if those aren't the outcomes that I want, why would I think the same things that they are? Why would I listen to the same advice or knowledge or thoughts and beliefs that they've told me I needed to believe, when I don't agree with wholeheartedly where they are today? That I see a different picture for myself, a different lifestyle, a different vision. Does that help? I know that was a really long attraction bubble, but we create the lives that are similar to the people that we listen to. So choose different people to listen to.
Yeah.
YouTube has a lot of really amazing people that you can listen to for nothing. There's Tony Robbins, is amazing. There's Christy Whitman, Christy with a C. And her last name is Whitman.
Okay.
There's Abraham Hicks. And so many other ones on law of attraction, but those are some really good ones. But I just started making those voices louder in my head than my own. So I'd put on earbuds while I was cleaning, doing laundry, whatever else, and I would run the podcast, or I would run the YouTube videos, and I would listen to what they say and have that reprogram my thinking, because I wanted to think like they did. What they said made me feel good. I wanted to align my life with them. And the more I did that, the more my life shifted. So Val is so good with changing the positive, you know, not removing those negative thoughts to positive, but it's to find the root of those negative thoughts, to really pull that from the inside out and shift with love what you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what you get to do today with your vision board, is just create what you want, create what you love, and have a reason. And when you put it on that board, you feel it and have it come to you with power.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you have any other questions?
No. I'm good.
It's clear.
Sorry, Val, I missed
It's
that.
clear how to. What's that?
I missed that last comment that you said. It froze.
Oh, I said it's clear, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you guys ready to make some like wicked awesome dream boards?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't get to show you mine last class. I don't even know if now I can lift my computer that high. Hang on a second.
Okay.
I have mine up on my wall. Oh, and it's going the wrong way. Ha, that doesn't help, does it? Oh no, I don't think you can see it. Hang on. I'm gonna see if I can shift my camera. Sorry, I can't reach it. If I could stand up, I totally would reach it and bring it down. Not yet.
Can you take a picture of it and
Oh yeah, that you're
take a
brilliant.
picture of it and send it to us?
There you go. I will do that. Sorry.
And then that's
As
what
I
we'll
show
do
you
later.
the door and everything else, yeah.
That's okay. But that's what we'll do, is make ours, and then we'll send it to you.
Yeah, I would love that. There you go. You're brilliant. See? That's why I have you in my life. Awesome. Well,
Oh, now I know what I was going to tell you. I've been telling my girls that when it comes to studying, because it's really hard to study. Well, you were in Primerica, you know how dry all of our exam stuff is. So I said to them, I said, you know what you need to do? You need to fold clothes and listen to it. You need to make supper and listen to it. You need to do light cleaning where you can still hear, not vacuum cleaning, but you need to do little things like that you can do other things, but have that in the background and stay focused with it. That way you're not busy. Yeah.
Huge.
And
huge.
Viviana knits and crochets. So that's what I said to her. Dig out your knitting and your crochet, and then you're doing that, and then you can pay attention to the video as well.
Well, because it subconsciously gets in there, right? It's subconsciously, you just get to hear it over and over. So then when you experience the questions that they ask you, you will it'll click because you've heard it so many times, right?
Yeah. She's it came through, so she's looking over your vision board.
Yeah.
I like that house. I
love that house. I give tours to that house in my head every day.
Yeah.
I could walk you through that house and
yeah, Viviana loves the islands.
Where is that?
Where is that?
It's in the kitchen of my house.
No. Where's the islands?
Where did the island.
Yeah.
Puerto Vallarta, I think. Or is that a Cancun one? I don't know.
That's all right. Mexico.
Yeah.
Either way, it's Mexico. Nice.
Right.
Nice.
I just want to go to as many islands as I can and stay in those Kubota things and have the fish swim all around you and you could see them through the floor. I think that would be way cool.
See, and mine is Tahiti, Bora Bora.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'd go there too.
Maldives.
Yeah, she wants to go to Maldives.
Maldives.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'll have to look that one up, Viviana.
It's a beautiful island, and they have like stars in the water because they have like electric plants under sea. So,
Yeah. Another goal of mine is I've been to Puerto Rico twice, but I'd like to go back because I didn't get to see.
Well, ladies, if there's anything more I can help you with as you get creating these amazing vision boards and take the next step in your business, please just let me know. And I would be more than excited to be able to help you out.
Okay, and then I can share this with all of my teammates, and then as they need, if you could keep me informed as to where your next 2-day sessions are, and then I will line up my teammates for going there, because I already have 3 need credits, right?
Okay, sorry, that was 3 that need credits?
Yep, 3 of them that will need credits for this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as soon as we get, so much. It was really so much fun, and I'm really grateful that you allowed me to share some stuff with you this morning, and we had a really great conversation. Thank you.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.